welcome back to Books with Brandywine. Today I am doing the starter Pokemon book tag, which was created by novel Sarah-ndipity, and she tagged me in her original video, and so I'm finally getting to do it. So this book tag is slightly different. So first you have to choose your starter Pokemon, and there's Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Pikachu. And then once you choose your starter Pokemon, you have a bunch of prompts that you find the books and characters for. And so the Pokemon that I chose is Pikachu. And for the first prompt is I choose you. Name a favorite book and a favorite series. So for my favorite book, I have Dragon Rider by Cornelia Funke. And I love this book so much. I read it when I was really, really little. Well, not really little. I was probably like middle grade. And I have it now again. And I can't wait to reread it. There is a second book in the series now. You can kind of see it over my shoulder, the orange book. And so I need to reread the first book. One, because I've forgotten a lot about it. Like, I remember them going on super awesome adventures. And I think they ran into a genie at one point. But I love this book. I had so much fun reading this book. It had like all my favorite fantasy elements, and I can't wait to reread it again over and over again because it's just awesome. And for my favorite series, I've mentioned this before, but my favorite series is the Ranger's Apprentice series. This series has broken up into 4 different series, I believe now, and there are 23 books in total. And so there's the Ranger's Apprentice series, and then there's the Brother Band Chronicles, and then there's the early years, which goes back to, I think, like 10 or 20 years before this book was written. And then there's the Royal Ranger, which takes place after this kid grows up. I think this is the kid. This might actually be his teacher, Holt. But I can't remember. But whatever it is, when Will grows up. And so, yeah, 4 series. I love this series so much. I think it is an awesome book for middle graders to get into it if they haven't gotten into reading yet. I think this series is a great introduction to reading. Even if they aren't great readers and they just love fun adventure fantasy stories, I think this book is great. I think it's great for boys and girls. I think it's great for adults or children. Everybody. I think everybody would love this series. There's something in it for everyone, and I love this series. I plan on rereading it again, although the 23 books is daunting, but I'm gonna take it like in chunks. I'm gonna do like 1 series at a time, so I'll do it in 4 different times. But yeah, but I love this series. This is my favorite series. So the next entry on the Pokédex was an electric type Pokemon, and that was to choose a character that has a sparky or electric personality. And for that, I chose Stargirl. Stargirl she's eccentric, she's awesome, she plays the ukulele, she serenades people, she is just cool, and she is herself, and I love her character so much. But she definitely has a very, like, a sparky, outgoing, energetic personality, and I love that so much. I definitely recommend reading this book if you haven't read it yet. It's just called Stargirl, and you will cry, but definitely read it. The next entry on it was that Pichu evolves into Pikachu once they've leveled up with a high friendship. And so the prompt was to name a book or name a character that you could see yourself being friends with in real life. And for that, I chose Emily from Book Scavenger. Emily, who is that girl right there, has been traveling around the country with her family. They try to live in a new state every year. And so she's gotten to see a lot of places. She actually moves from my city, where I'm living currently, to San Francisco when the book starts, and the rest of the series takes place in San Francisco. She is fun and outgoing. She loves to read. She also loves Book Scavenger, which is this game where people hide books and they leave a clue on this website, and then you have to go and find the book, and you get points for books that you find and books that you hide and books that are found that you have hidden and stuff like that. And so she actually finds this book here and ends up going on a huge adventure. But I think I think we'd really get along. She loves going out and seeing new places, which I love doing as well. She loves reading books. She does have a little bit of an issue, I think in the second book, where she's not being the best friend ever, but she is a kid. Like, I think she's 12 years old, yeah. So, can't really blame her. We've all been through that phase. And so, I think it would be great to be friends with her. The next Pokédex entry was that Pikachu is a mouse Pokemon. And so we were to find a character that is shy or quiet. And for me, I chose Lara Jean from To All the Boys I've Loved Before, because she is very much like the girl that kind of disappears in the background. She's very much a homebody. She has friends, but she's not like super, super outgoing. She kind of just stays to herself and bakes and scrapbooks and hangs out with her friends. And I love that. She's definitely quiet, but I don't think that's a bad thing. And so I think she perfectly matches that. And then for the next Pokédex entry is Pikachu is spunky with a lot of energy. Name a book that was fast-paced and full of adventure. And for that, I chose Academ's Fury, and really this applies to the entire Codex Alara series. It is non-stop from the beginning, just constantly like go, 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 and just adventure through the whole thing, and I loved it, and it is fast-paced, and it's thick, but it's so fast-paced, like, you'll get through it so fast. Like, I love this series so much. Definitely go check out the series. But yeah, it's definitely like venture, like nonstop. Something's always happening. And then for the last question, it says that Pikachu does not enjoy its Pokeball. So tell the people if you carry a book with you all the time and where your favorite place is to read. So yes, I carry a book with me at all times, at least one book. Sometimes I have multiple books because I always have books in my car, whether they're books I've just bought or books that I'm planning on donating to little free libraries. And I always like try to take a book with me. Whenever I have to be on set, I always keep a book, at least one, usually 2 books in my backpack, just in case I finish one, I'll still have the second one. Whenever I'm like out working, delivering, I always have a book with me because there's definitely a lot of downtime, but I want to read. I want to read all the time. So I always have a book, and I think I even, I need to put it back in my car, but I even have a book in my emergency kit because like I always have a deck of cards with me, I always have a book with me. It's just important. You always have to have a book with you. And my favorite place to read is pretty much anywhere. As long as I can read, like, I'm just happy to read anywhere. I think the place that I read most often is in my car with the windows down, in the shade, with the breeze going through, and so I do a lot of reading like that. But honestly, everywhere. Like, if I can read there, I'm good. I just want to read all the time. So anyway, that was the starter Pokemon book tag. I will tag some people down in the description and on Twitter, so keep an eye on for that. And definitely go out and check out the original book tag by Novel Sarah-ndipity. Since there is a tag that has a different Pokemon and different questions, it changes all the time. So definitely go and check it out. And I will see you guys later. Bye!